Hello, I'm Jonathan Clogston-Wilmot and welcome to our Acupuncture-Points.org YouTube channel. If you enjoy it, please either leave us a like or even subscribe to us. You can leave comments or questions, or for an online appointment with me, there's a box of this on our website. So today we're talking about cold foods, cold or cooling foods. These are cold foods, which we call cold foods, but they tend to cool you down even if they're eaten warm. I'm going to describe them really in three ways. The first one is who should and who should not eat these cold foods. Then I'm going to give you some examples, and then I'll talk a bit about what to do if you can't avoid them. And also, by the way, we've got a big page on cold foods on our website. Who should eat cold foods? Well, firstly, if you're healthy, basically everyone should be able to eat them, but not all the time. Many cold foods are vegetarian, highly nutritious, and they balance the heat which comes from hot foods and which builds up in your body naturally. Secondly, if you're suffering from a hot type syndrome or disease, probably you should avoid hot foods and eat more cold foods. And now, who should not eat cold foods? Well, basically anyone suffering from a cold type disease or syndrome. And also if you have what was called a yin excess syndrome, such as phlegm or damp in your system. Also, avoid these cold foods if you are what are called yang deficient. That would include people maybe suffering from yang deficiency and even qi deficiency. And qi deficiency occurs when you're tired, so avoid cold foods if you're exhausted or if you're just naturally tired at bedtime, say. And yang deficiency, well, that's when you feel cold and unable to move or disinclined to move much and slow and a bit sort of uninspired. So if you're uninspired and feeling chilly and haven't got any energy, avoid cold foods. Easy as that. Now, what about some examples of cold foods? But as I say, on our website we've got far more, and they're graded, so some foods are more cold acting than others, but you can find them on a page on our website. Firstly, foods vary in how cold they are. Yogurt is cold. Used in Indian cookery, you can buy it as a lassi or raita, and that balances the heat of the spices. Another cooling food is bananas. Bananas are very cooling, but they're also moisturizing, and of course they're energizing. If you were to crawl out of the desert feeling thirsty, dry and exhausted, great, bananas would be just the food for you. But in northern, cold, damp climates, bananas are not already a great food for most people. They might, in the end, if you took too many of them, cause cold, and that might make an existing cold condition worse. Another one is cucumber. Cucumber is moderately cooling. In Chinese medicine, it's sometimes used as a food which is good for a hot condition like acne. Another food is melon. Melon is pretty cooling. You think of melons, we take them in the summer when we're hot and dry. And if you were to grill a melon, it would still be fairly cooling. Other foods which are cooling are seaweeds, for example. Nearly all seaweeds are cold in nature, in the way our body responds to them. Sprouts, such as bean sprouts, not Brussels sprouts, but bean sprouts, or sprouted wheat or sprouted alfalfa, usually these are very cooling. And if you're sensible, the best thing to do with them is to quick fry them before you eat them to compensate for their coldness. Right, now what to do if you can't avoid cold or chilled food. Maybe you go out to dinner with a friend and your friend has nothing but salad and chilled foods for you. What are you going to do? Well, there are 5 things to do. First one is, if you possibly can, have a warm drink, such as a cup of tea, before or with or after the cold food. Second one is cook, i.e. quick fry the food before you eat it. Third one is take it with warm spices like cardamom or ginger or turmeric or fennel or anything which is warming. Number 4, take time to chew and masticate it really well before you swallow it. And what that does is impart the warmth from your mouth to the food before it goes down to your stomach. So chewing well makes a huge difference to the warmth of a food. And also, of course, avoid drinking too much fluid, especially cold fluid, with food. If you can, take warm fluids, as I said. So, I've told you about cold foods. I've given you some examples. There are lots more, as I say, graded on our website. And I've explained who should and should not eat them, and I've explained what to do if you can't avoid them. So do visit our website, Acupuncture-Points.org, and if you like this video and want to receive more like it, telling you how to stay and get healthy using Chinese medicine, please leave a like, or even better, subscribe to our channel. That would be great. I'm Jonathan Clogston-Wilmot. Thanks for watching.